Are you ready to nerd out a little bit? Because I am ready to nerd out a lot. Let's talk about Aero helmets. Aero helmets are going to be a great and economical upgrade you can make if you're a time trial or triathlon rider. So what an Aero helmet does is it cuts down on choppy wind that would come off of your head if you're wearing a normal helmet that is not optimized for aerodynamics. Now, don't get me wrong, the most important function of a helmet is to protect your head during a crash. That's always going to be the most important role of a helmet. However, there are also several performance optimizations that we can make within the helmet, and the Lazer helmets we carry here at Endorphin Fitness are doing just that. And I want to talk to you about some of the technology in the Lazer helmet specifically that will help you. Now, an Aero helmet that is correctly positioned and correctly used can actually save you as much as a minute, and at minimum usually around 30 seconds out of every hour of riding. Now, notice that I did say correctly positioned, because one of the most important things that you're going to need to think about when you're using an Aero helmet is this tail. The tail of the Aero helmet is of course one of the defining features, and if you think about a rider basically leaning forward, this tail will kind of close the gap between the back of their head and their back, forming one straight line, and it's also a nice teardrop shape, which allows air to move over it smoothly and makes you, in turn, more aerodynamic. Now, let's think about, however, when a rider goes like this, perhaps to look at their bike computer down here, to grab a drink, or looks over to the side to see how the rider beside them is doing. That's not what we want to do when we're riding in a triathlon or a time trial. We want to keep our head flat, keep that nice tail tucked behind our windstream and in line with our back, keep our eyes forward on the road in front of us. So, Lazer knows this, and they've actually designed this amazing piece of technology called the inclination sensor. So the inclination sensor slots into all new Lazer helmets. It can also be fitted onto other styles of helmet. And what it does is, when you work with your fitter to find the right aerodynamic position, you can actually calibrate that sensor to remember that position. And any time that you look down to look at your computer, or anytime you might look down for water or for something else, that sensor is going to beep at you until your head returns to the optimal position. This is just a gentle reminder at the end of the day to keep your head in the right position. But sometimes a little nudge is all we need to remember to keep our head in the optimal position and reap the entirety of those aerodynamic benefits. Another great optimization that Lazer is making to their helmet technology is what's called the life beam. And this is actually a harness that fits inside the helmet and actually measures your heart rate off of your forehead, which forgoes the need for a chest strap when you're out training or riding. So this again is another improvement that Lazer has made to their helmet technology to reap some of the performance benefits out of the helmet and make for one less piece of gear that you have to worry about. So if you're anything like me and have trouble wearing heart rate straps, this would be a great piece of technology to be able to read heart rate off of your forehead. And just like any other heart rate strap that you're used to, this will easily link up with your head unit or your phone, and we'll be able to send that data to your computer and integrate with everything that you're already riding with seamlessly. Helmets at the end of the day are important to protect your head while you're riding, but they can also have some great performance benefits if we set them up right. So come see us down here at Endorphin Fitness, and we'd love to get you in one of these helmets. Thanks.